This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Right now, we're following multiple stories of violence in the St. Louis area from this weekend. As police investigate, anti-violence advocates are once again speaking out. Thanks for being here. I'm Mike Bush. We start with an update to a deadly shooting in Velda City. A woman now in custody facing charges for the death of Jordan Armstrong. Police say Lenora Arnold tried robbing Armstrong when she broke into his apartment Friday night. Officers later found Armstrong had been shot and killed. Arnold is being held on a $500,000 bond. We're also following a developing story out of North St. Louis. A man is in custody accused of opening fire at police. Officers tell us they were patrolling last night near Palm and Knapp Streets when Terrian Young started shooting at them. Police say a windshield was hit by gunfire, but no officers were injured. They also tell us they did not return fire. Young, though, faces multiple charges, including armed criminal action. And police are still working to learn more about a shooting that left a man dead and 4 others hurt in the Jennings Park. Police don't know who is responsible for Friday night's violence. Area community leaders quickly reacted to the news, and late Friday night, city leaders and some state legislators gathered for a meeting to discuss ongoing violence in our area. All these shootings come on a weekend focused on crime prevention. It's Wear Orange Weekend. Since 2013, the movement has raised awareness about the effects of gun violence. Our Travis Cummings takes us to an area event inviting people to use their voice to be part of ending it.
They are having to deal with this, that they're having to, watch out and be careful and not feel safe.
Words and drawings on display inside this church hall is a cry for help.
Remember back in May, it seemed like every day there was at least one teenager that had been shot, if not killed.
This exhibit is one of the many ways Julie Burchett and her group is bringing awareness to the gun crisis in the U.S. and St. Louis on this Wear Orange weekend.
For people who, have died from gun violence by accidents, kids finding a gun in a house that's not locked up, people who commit suicide.
That's sad. It says don't shoot. You see that.
Colleen Teepin with Moms Demand Action brought her whole family to the Wear Orange March and Rally for Gun Violence Awareness and Prevention at Webster Groves Presbyterian Church.
Gun violence is a public health issue, so that's what kind of brought me into the gun violence prevention movement.
This mom says she can't help but be fearful.
I don't think anyone should have to be afraid to send your child to school.
Which is why she and her fellow advocates are spreading the word in and around Jeff City.
We did have, I guess you could say, a successful legislation session where there were no bad gun bills passed this past session, but there's still a lot of work to do.
Many took to the sanctuary to hear from ethics leaders and a clinical psychologist.
Favorite sign, pen.
And wrap themselves in orange to be in sync when they take to the streets.
Good common sense gun laws. We don't want to take people's guns away, but we want everybody to be able to be safe. And I think everybody can agree with that.
That's clear with this united front. Travis Cummings, 5 on your side.
And First Presbyterian is asking people to donate to Women's Voices Raised for Social Justice group to help go towards getting more gun locks. The future of the St. Charles City County Library District remains unwritten. Last month, the library board and administration announced the potential closure of 3 branches, along with dozens of layoffs. The community quickly reacted and protested the plan. In May, library leadership said financial concerns led to the proposal. At another meeting last week, however, a board member said revenue is not the problem.
I don't think we have a revenue problem at all. I think it's clear we have an expenditure problem. So. And I guess on the positive side, if you want to put a positive spin on it, we do have a little bit more control over our expenditures than we do our revenue.
The board originally said they would not be making any decisions before the June 18th meeting. They now say they will not take up a vote on closures this month. Instead, the board continues to accept comments and questions and will soon set up listening sessions for the community and staff to provide feedback. Jason Schroeder lives in between 2 of the branches facing potential closure and attended Thursday's meeting, and he says he left Thursday's meeting feeling more encouraged than before. He told 5 on Your Side, quote, "Some of the realizations reached by the board at Thursday's meeting has given me some hope that my family's branches may still be here in the years to come." You can find out more about Thursday's meeting on KSDK.com. Time now for your forecast. Meteorologist Jim Castillo is here with a look of what this week's forecast looks like. Today was awfully comfortable, Jim.
Yeah, after that stormy night last night, especially south of St. Louis, that really nice, comfortable, lower humidity is coming in for a couple of days. But last night, look at the Ozarks in southwest Missouri. When you see the red on here, and I've circled where we've had reports of 5 inches of rain where you see the red. And again, portions of the Ozarks there and some flash flooding definitely was a big concern. As you got closer to the area here, the biggest spots around us, Lesterville, all the way to Rolla and Potosi, had that heavier rain, 1 to 3 inches there. And then Jean from St. James had some tree damage. So a couple of storms did get pretty strong out there. And of course, taking down some tree limbs. But right now we are calmer and it looks great. And for a couple of days, then we're talking heat. Much more on our forecast in just a few minutes.
Well, we are less than an hour away from the first playoff football game in St. Louis in 20 years. The St. Louis Battlehawks will take on the San Antonio Brahmas in the XFL Conference Championship game. Fans filling the dome as we speak, ready for a Battlehawks victory, and our Annie Crawl is live outside the dome with reaction from fans and players as this excitement builds. Annie.
Mike, already 7-3, the Battlehawks have been unstoppable here at home, winning, yes, every single home game so far this season. And all that key to success has been possibly due to quarterback A.J. McCarron, who's known for throwing a pass like this every once in a while. You guys ready? Oh, too high. I'm sorry, Rick. I took too much heat on that. But regardless, McCarron has already thrown almost 1,600 yards this season, and he's also had 15 touchdowns, and that has just been wildly impressive. Not to mention the fact that he's probably trying to tack on a couple more of those heading into tonight's game with kickoff at 6 o'clock. Keep in mind, this is the third installment between the Battlehawks and San Antonio, hoping to fill the stands with 40,000 plus tonight. The Battlehawks have never lost to the Brahmas, and wide receiver Hakeem Butler doesn't intend to have that change anytime soon. He's led the league with 45 catches for 652 yards, and on Friday, Butler was named the UFL Offensive Player of the Year.
I'm nothing without my teammates, my coaches, the trainers. This has been a long, tumultuous, very, eye-opening year for me and my teammates, and it's been fun, but it's been very hard, a lot jam-packed into one, but I'm so thankful.
Tonight's winner is going to take on the Birmingham Stallions for the UFL Championship, and that's going to be right here at the Battle Dome next Sunday afternoon. Reporting live in St. Louis, Annie Crawl, 5 on your side.
A daring mission and the emotional aftermath, how loved ones of hostages are feeling after a successful rescue mission. A plea for donations from the International Institute, why the need for community support is stronger than ever.